Welcome back to the channel. My name is Thabi. So yesterday we ended off with we were only able to review the Vichy Normadem purifying pore tightening lotion, and we didn't get around to doing the moisturizer. So in today's video, that's what I wanted to do. I just had a bath and I did not moisturize my face because the aim was to show you these products and how they apply. Usually I would just put a drop of the toner on the palm of my hand and rub it a little bit and then gently pat it on my face. I started off using a cotton pad, but then I stopped using a cotton pad when applying the toner, and I just moved on to using my hands with it. So we said that this is a both glycolic and salicylic acid toner. Glycolic acid is an AHA, and then salicylic acid is a BHA. Salicylic acid is going to be very effective in removing any dirt off of your pores and smoothing the texture of your skin, whilst glycolic acid is going to work better at removing those dark spots and blemishes a lot quicker than salicylic acid. So this is what the toner would look like. It is a like I said yesterday, it's not a toner that I would wait for it to show me how drying it is. After just doing this, I would go immediately with the moisturizer, but this is how it looks. I hope you can see. Let me just see if you're able to see. From what I can tell, you can see it is not one of those toners that would leave a film-like coverage on your skin, but it does definitely feel like I've put on something on my face. I cannot smell the alcohol, in case of you are wondering. So this is what the moisturizer looks like. It's a bit frosty right now, and I don't have anything to wipe it with because I keep it in the moisturizer in the fridge. I keep it in the fridge. It has a serum-y sort of consistency, so it applies very nice when it's cool, and I enjoy it like that. So I keep it in the fridge, so it's frosty. But this is that's what it looks like. The name of it is the Vichy Normadem Phytosolutions Double Correction Daily Care. Let me just quickly show you what it looks like. And like I said, it is more of a serum-y consistency. It is looser in texture than a typical moisturizer, which is why I keep it in the fridge, and I love it. Let me just apply it quickly for you to see. I'm gonna just use 2 to 3 drops, and then I'm going to dot it on my face and then connect it a little bit. This is the moisturizer and toner. I used both these last night as part of my night routine. I wouldn't usually use actives during the day because I've since found that they do irritate my skin. I don't know how, but I'm guessing it's because of the interaction with the acids, the sun, and the chemicals in my sunscreen that just does not bow down well for my skin. So I've stopped using acids during the day, but today, for the purposes of this video and for you to see what this moisturizer and toner looks like, I'm going to wear it. So this is what it looks like. It's quite a matte finish, very, very lightweight and easy on the skin. Not very drying at all. For my already dry skin, it's not uncomfortable. And as someone with oily skin type, you can just leave it on here and you can call it a day. You can wear it during the day if you don't have the same situation of getting your skin irritated like I do. When you wear acids during the day, you can wear it during the day. You can also wear it in the evening. The brand recommends that you use it every day, and I'm not going to disagree with that because firstly, they know the product that they have manufactured and they've tested it over and over again to see how it performs under different conditions and over everyday use. So they know that it's going to work and it's not likely to result in some irritation for you due to everyday use. So yes, I'm going to have to agree with that. And then I've also used salicylic acid cleansers once before, and I use it every day and I didn't have any issues with that. So I know that you are able to use moisturizer with salicylic acid every day and not have issues with that. It's only that when I started getting irritation, I think, with some sunscreens, it may have also been that I was reacting to something that I had applied the night before, but I just decided to not use acids during the day and just reserve them for the night time, and it works. And it also works with me not having too many layers of product underneath my sunscreen, but I will wear them when I need to do a test for you guys. So that is that on the use of the moisturizer. So if you have, like I said, this is just a nice lightweight, it's not drying, you can just leave it at this if you have oilier skin, if you're an oily skin type. But if you feel like your skin is dry and you want to go in with a moisturizer again, the texture and the consistency of it and it being more like a serum allows for that, and it will not peel or feel uncomfortable over on your skin. I used it with this moisturizer last night. This is the Bionique Pro Zera Keratov. I don't know how you pronounce that. Can you see? You can't see. It's too exposed. I'll find a picture of it and insert it. But it's basically a 10% urea cream. This is a texture of it. It is, I think it's marketed for body use, but I've always said on the channel that I use moisturizers marketed for body on my face, and I've never had issues with that. So if you have dry skin and you do suffer from occasional breakouts and you want to use this moisturizer but you feel like it's not at the level of moisture that you are comfortable with and you feel like you need to add a bit more, you can absolutely. This will be able to take a thicker occlusive moisturizer on top of it without peeling or balling on you. This moisturizer has salicylic acid as one of the key ingredients in the formula, and at 2%, and salicylic acid is an excellent exfoliator. It's able to get deep within your pore, clearing out any dirt that may be collecting in there, preventing any breakouts. And salicylic acid is one of those ingredients that is held in high regards in terms of fighting acne. Also has sodium hyaluronate, which is better known as hyaluronic acid, and it also has glycerin, two of the hard-working ingredients when it comes to skin hydration. Another ingredient that is worth mentioning in this formula is kaolin, which is a form of a clay that is similar to bentonite clay but not as drying as bentonite clay. In this formula, it's here to just help with oil absorptions for those of you who have excess sebum production. The presence of this clay in this formula did not feel like my skin was getting some form of physical exfoliation. If anything, it felt like a nice welcome in addition to the dynamic in terms of texture in this moisturizer. On days that I was not paying attention, I did not even notice it, and on days that I did pay attention, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the difference in the texture that this kaolin introduced in this moisturizer. So I do not have an issue with it, but some people do have an issue. This also has fragrance, but it does not have denatured alcohol, which is something that is worth noting for those of you who have a sensitivity to fragrance. The formula also has ascorbyl glucoside, which is a stable form of vitamin C, but this comes just after phenoxyethanol, which is a preservative, so I'm assuming that the ascorbyl glucoside is somewhere around the 1% mark, and it's going to be playing a more of a brightening effect, but I don't know how effective it's going to perform that role given the placement of it in the ingredients. But I'm guessing that it's going to be able to achieve that over time if you continuously use this formula, but I'm just not sure how quickly you're going to be able to realize that benefit from this moisturizer. But it definitely does have ascorbyl glucoside, a much more stable form of vitamin C. So that is that on ingredients. This is a moisturizer that I use when I feel like there is a breakout that is brewing from underneath my skin that wants to come to the surface. I will then use this moisturizer. I also use this moisturizer a lot close to my monthlies because that's usually when my skin starts getting erratic. So since starting using salicylic acid products and salicylic acid moisturizers like this, I found that I haven't been breaking out. I haven't broken out in like a hot minute. I haven't broken out in a long time. The only thing that lets me know that we are close to the monthlies and that my hormones are all over the place is I only notice a change in the texture of my skin. The texture becomes a little bit rough. It does not break out like it would before. And I think that has to do with the fact that I'm serious with the use of my salicylic acid product. I use salicylic acid product, be it in a cleanser, a toner, or in moisturizers a fair amount of time during the week. In all those formulations, I use salicylic acid product as a preventative measure. For me, I always say my issue was those breakouts. So using salicylic acid moisturizers, even this one I've had for 6 weeks, it has allowed me the time and the space to be able to deal with the dark spots that were already on my face without having to deal with new ones, without having new ones surface up and then have to deal with those again. So I haven't had any new breakouts. I've just been dealing with the ones that were already on my face, and I think we are well on our way to, you know, recovery. The only problems that are now remaining are just those, you know, that slight pigmentation, which is as a result of years of not wearing sunscreen. But otherwise, this is a very, very good moisturizer, one that I actually love. I would definitely recommend for all skin types. Actually, I know that it says that it's for oily, acne prone skin, but I think even drier skin types that suffer from, you know, occasional breakouts, or normal skin types that have occasional breakouts can really benefit from using this moisturizer. It is not going to be too drying for you. That hyaluronic acid really helps it not be as drying. But like I just said, if you feel like you need to go in over it more, just treat it as a serum and just layer an occlusive moisturizer over it to reach those levels of hydration and moisture and conditioning that you are comfortable with. This moisturizer, you can also lay it over your other serums. That's what I did last night. I layered it over a niacinamide serum, but I didn't want to do that now because I just wanted you to see what the moisturizer looks like. I layered it over a niacinamide serum and it held on pretty well. It did not peel. The hyaluronic acid in this here is not peel, and the presence of hyaluronic acid also saves you some money because you no longer need to get a dedicated hyaluronic acid serum here. It's high enough to be effective, and yet it has been formulated in a way that it's not going to be peeling and disappointing for some of us, which is always the case with hyaluronic acid. So this is definitely one of the good premium moisturizers at the drugstore. If you have the budget for it. It comes in a 50 ml. It's a 50 mils of product, and it retails for 325 rands, but you saw me use only 2 to 3 pumps. I've had this for 6 weeks, and it's still at the very top of the bottle. So the texture of it and the consistency of it makes it so easily spreadable that it's able to save you some product that it's going to take you a bit of time before you have to go and repurchase this moisturizer again, even if you're using it every day. So the 325, if you're looking at the 325 when you're having to go buy and take out the 325 when you're buying the moisturizer, it is quite steep. But when you look at it that way, in terms of the spreadability and how long the product is going to last you and the benefits that you're going to be able to reap from this product, then it's not so bad. And that is what I always encourage you guys to do. If you see a good formula that you like, but you're hesitant because of the price, try look at it in other directions. Don't just go with the it's expensive and then leaving it. This is a very good, well-rounded moisturizer for all to use. So Normadem Phytosolution Double Correction Daily Care, everybody. Would 100% recommend. Have a wonderful day.